I've created all of my own recipes that just require less chopping, less preparation. It's just kind of minimal fuss, really.
Here are the ingredients for my light spaghetti.
For this, we're going to make a lighter version of spaghetti bolognese, because I know everybody emails me and says they want recipes that are a little bit healthier, a little bit lighter. So this is a spag bowl with a bit of a difference, and I'm going to use 500 grams of minced turkey for this. So it is really, really light, but still super, super tasty. So we're going to start off with a bit of olive oil in a big, thick pan. Heavy bottom base pan, usually the best to use. And whilst that's heating up gently, I'm just going to go and grab 4 spring onions. And so just chop those. You don't have to be a whiz, it doesn't have to be perfect. You don't want them too chunky, but equally you want a bit of texture as well. And then we're just going to place those in the pan. And we're going to want to soften these slightly, but we don't want them to brown. Just get the last little bits up. So just going to let that cook away. And once that's softened just slightly, then add your mince into the pan. So you're just going to fry that for about 2 to 3 minutes, just until it starts to get a little bit brown. Okay, so that's cooked off and it's now ready for the rest of the ingredients, which are simply tin of tomatoes, chopped tomatoes, and use a good quality one, always tastes much better. And the good old garlic powder again, I'm going to use about 2/3 of a teaspoon really, but again, if you want to be unsociable, then feel free to use more. And then our pesto that we used earlier, we're going to use it in this dish as well. I'm just going to use a nice big tablespoon. So this is all your seasoning already done. Also going to use the other half of the lime that we used in the pesto. So just going to squeeze that in. Now it might sound a bit odd using lime in a bolognese, but honestly it does give it a fantastic zing. And give that a bit of a stir around so you can see how pretty it looks. The tomatoes and the pesto and the spring onions really is delicious. And then I'm just going to season it with some good old salt and pepper. Never forget your salt and pepper. So important to season your food. Okay, and just give that a final stir. And you can place the lid on. I'm going to turn it down to a really, really low heat now. And I'm going to let that cook for about 20 minutes. It's now ready to serve. And it is. It's looking really, really tasty. Really like all the flecks of green in it. And honestly, you can smell the garlic coming through, even though we only use that garlic powder. And I've already cooked and drained some pasta, so I'm just going to add the pasta, just add it into the pan. Just add it all in together. And then using 2 forks, you want to just coat all of the pasta. And once it's all nicely mixed together, then because this is a family dish, I love to just serve this whole in my giant pasta dish. I can barely lift the pan, it's so heavy. And for an added flourish, just use the tops of some of the spring onions. Just looks really refreshing and really delicious. And if you like, you can just serve it with some of the pesto in the middle. And that is your light spaghetti bolognese.